Manchester United take on Fulham at Old Trafford in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup on Sunday afternoon. United progressed to the quarter-finals of the Europa League in midweek after defeating Real Betis 1-0 away from home. The Reds comfortably won the tie 5-1 on aggregate, and Marcus Rashford scored the only goal in the second leg. Erik ten Hag's side are now heavy favourites to win that European trophy, and the FA Cup is another avenue for silverware this season. Fulham stand in the way of reaching the semi-final of that competition, and they sit in mid-table in the Premier League. After securing promotion back to the top flight, Fulham have enjoyed a successful campaign, but they've lost both of their last two matches against Brentford and Arsenal, conceding 3 goals against each side. Regarding the team news, Anthony Martial remains unavailable, but Scott McTominay returns. 1849 key event United's game-changer makes the difference. United were involved in the 5-minute final in 1979, and this was the 5-minute quarter-final. Fulham clutched defeat from the jaws of victory in a madcap and chaotic 5 minutes in scenes more befitting a WWE event. In those 5 minutes, there were 3 red cards, 2 goals and 1 penalty. Both goals went in at the Stretford end, which witnessed another remarkable recovery from United. "We're on the march with Ten Hag's army, we're all going to Wembley," they chorused at full-time. After nearly 5 years without a trip to the National Stadium, United's followers will be back on April 23 in the semi-finals. Read the full report here. 1838 Stephen Railston watch. Fulham implode at Old Trafford. 1831 key event United player ratings versus Fulham as Martinez and De Gea good made a routine save from Issa Diop, had to be more agile to tip over Anthony Robinson's curler, and made a fine save from Willian. 8 played as though blindfolded in the final third before Anthony came on, and he was perked up by their unlikely alliance. 6 kept his place in the absence of the injured Rafael Varane and regressed. Booked for clumsily hauling down Alexander Mitrovic. 5 Read the full ratings here. 1830 Stephen Railston what would you rate the players? This widget requires JavaScript to work. Rate the players. Man UTD 3 Fulham 1 FA Cup, Sunday 19th. 2023 FT. Moon 3-1, Fulke, eventful, time. Another significant win for United, who progressed to the semi-final of the FA Cup. What a memorable second half that was. 0.90 plus 5 Moon 3-1 FULKEYEVENTGOAL. 3-1 United. Fernandes makes it 3-1 with just moments left. An electric finish. 0.90 plus 3 Moon 2-1 FUL Stephen Railston there is space. Fulham have 9 men, which means a late equalizer is highly unlikely. 90 Moon 2-1 FUL Stephen Railston 7 minutes added on, that's not a surprise. 0.87 Moon 2-1 FUL Stephen Railston Anthony with 2 chances. The Brazilian did very well to create the first chance. It would have been some goal. 85 Moon 2-1 FUL Stephen Railston Fulham chucked it away at 1-1. They still had a chance, but Mitrovic's moment of madness made sure the result. 83 Moon 2-1 FUL Stephen Railston Rashford comes off Fred on. Rashford off. 0.81 Moon 2-1 FUL Stephen Railston FA Cup drama after an awful first half. Supporters will go home entertained after a mad 10 minutes. 78 Moon 2-1 FUL Stephen Railston Fulham imploded. You rarely see an implosion like that in professional football. Willian and Mitrovic sent off. Marco Silva sent off. A penalty and a goal. All in the space of just a few minutes. Incredible. 76 Moon 2-1 FULKEYEVENTGOAL. 2-1 United. United take the lead through Sabitzer. What a remarkable turnaround. FA Cup drama and a crazy few minutes of football. 74 Moon 1-1 FULKEYEVENTGOAL. 1-1 United. What a crazy few minutes, as Fernandes converts from the spot. This game has been blown open. 72 Moon 0-1 FULKEYEVENTTWO. Red cards. Straight red card for Willian. Mitrovic also sent off. Fulham have lost the plot. Wow. Incredible scenes. 71 Moon 0-1 FUL Stephen Railston. Marco Silva sent off. The Fulham manager sent off for his protest. 70 Moon 0-1 FUL Stephen Railston. VAR checking for penalty. Willian stopped Sancho's effort on the goal line with his hand. 69 Moon 0-1 FUL Stephen Railston. Pelistri warming up. The winger could be set to come on. United need a goal. 67 Moon 0-1 FUL Stephen Railston. Anthony revving the crowd. Anthony has just urged the supporters for more. 65 Moon 0-1 FUL Stephen Railston. Chance. Mitrovic almost scores again. De Gea with another great save. 62 Moon 0-1 FUL Richard Fay. Fulham still in control. United's makeshift midfield lasted less than an hour then, and they've now resorted to another one. Fulham are still in control, and if they keep their cool defensively will fancy their chances of seeing this one out. United need a moment of magic from somewhere. 60 Moon 0-1 FUL Stephen Railston. Rashford through the middle. Sancho is on the left. Rashford is through the middle and Antony is on the right. Weghorst has dropped into attacking midfield and a response is needed to that goal. 58 Moon 0-1 FUL Stephen Railston. A surprise change. Antony on. McTominay off. 56 Moon 0-1 FUL Stephen Railston. Antony is coming on. Sancho has been anonymous and Antony replacing him felt a certainty. 54 Moon 0-1 FUL Stephen Railston. Chance. Fernandes shoots wide at the end of a counter-attack. That was almost the perfect response. 53 Moon 0-1 FUL Stephen Railston. Three players warming up. Fred, Dalit and Antony warming up. 51 Moon 0-1 FUL Stephen Railston. That makes it interesting. Changes seemed inevitable at the break, but Ten Hag kept faith in the players who disappointed in the first half. United have been the worst side and deserve to be trailing. 49 Moon 0-1 FULKEYEVENTGOAL. 1-0 Fulham. Mitrovic opens the scoring and that had been coming. He came alive in the box from a corner. Simple finish. 48 Moon 0-0 FUL Stephen Railston. Another save. Another huge save from De Gea, who denies Willian's curling effort. A poor start to the second half.